Hello friends, I am Sumant Kumar and you are watching my YouTube channel Darde Myths. And today we are going to learn about the matrix multiplication. So in this session I will explain you every aspects of matrix multiplication. So this session is going to be very amazing. So uh, be with us right till the end. So actually in today in this session I will explain about what is the motivation of matrix multiplication. I mean to say, when we do multiplication, what kind of rule we will apply, right? And next, we will ask ourselves, right, whether every matrix multiplication is defined. If not, then what kind of rule we can follow when we do matrix multiplication, right? And next we will try to answer, right, the question, is any other method to multiply two matrices? If yes, then what kind of method we will use to multiply two matrices, right? So I'm going to describe three others different way to multiply matrices, right? And next in this session I will explain you the different aspect of matrix multiplication, that is matrix multiplication can be treated as a composition of two mapping, right? This is the very amazing uh, uh, what you think we are going to explain in this session, right? And at last we will apply this matrix multiplication in some real life problem, right? So this is the plan of our session and hope you will enjoy this session, right? So let us start with the inner product. Correct, what is the inner product and why I am using, right, here in matrix multiplication, right? Let us take what is first inner product. What is the inner product, right? This is also known as dot product, right? We can call it as a dot product, right? So suppose you have two elements. Just in matrix case, I am taking this is nothing but X transpose Y. The product of X transpose Y gives you the dot product of two matrices, right? So here let us take what do you say, how we do this kind of multiplication, right? So here I am taking an row vector, right? Suppose I am taking here a row vector, right? And this is, let us take element of this row vector as a11, a12, because we are taking first row, so accordingly I am naming it, right? And dot dot a1n. Suppose this is a row vector and its order is what? Its order is first row, one row and n column. This is the order of this matrix. You can say vector, right? Similarly, I am taking a column vector, right? Suppose I am taking column vector, it means B and its elements are B11, B21, because I am taking different row but one column, dot 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 and B1n, sorry, n row and one column, bn1. So its order is what? N row and one column, correct? Now I want to multiply these two vector, right? can call this is dot product, inner product. So how will we multiply it? So what happened? We will multiply this first row, first element with the first element of this column. Similarly, we will multiply the second element of this row with the second element of this column, and we do this process till the end. So last element of this vector will multiply with last element of this column vector, right? So what will happen, and then we will add all these multiplication till the end, right? So what will happen when we do these kind of things, right? Then we will have A11 times B11, correct, plus A12 into B21, right, plus dot, we will proceed in this way. Then last element is what? A1n into bn1. So this will become a number. Single element will come here, right? This will be a number. When we multiply two vector, we will get a number, and this will known as inner product and dot product of two vectors, right? So this will become what? If we write in summation form, we will have A1R into BR what? 1, and summation runs over R is equal to 1 to n, right? If you look at this numbers, right, this summation, you see the superscript, right? Superscript, or you can say outer script, right? Outer script of this each term are same, right? Outer script, outer subscript of each term are what? Same. And inner subscript are what? Inner subscript are equal but increases. See, this is 1 equal to 2 but increases, right, up to n, right? And this summation will runs over that equal subscript, right? So this is the, what you say, this is the number we will get when we multiply two vector, and you can say when we take the dot product of these two vectors, right? So here the fundamental thing is what? Fundamental thing is times row times column, row times column, and this is the fundamental for all the matrix multiplication, right? We apply this fundamental thing for each matrix multiplication, right? So if you keep this in mind and you generalize this process for a higher order matrices, because this vector are also a matrices. So if you generalize this concept for higher order matrices, then definitely you will get the matrix multiplication, right? So let us see in matrix multiplication how we use this concept and how we generalize this concept for a matrix multiplication, right? So for it, let us take a higher order matrices, square matrices, right? So see, this matrix A is a m by n matrix, correct? This matrix is a m by n matrix, correct? And this B matrix is what? N n by r matrix. Correct? This is a n by r matrix. So when we multiply, the matrix multiplication is possible in this case. Why, I will tell you later, right? But here I am taking the define matrices, right? That means in this case multiplication will be possible, right? So what will happen, we will multiply, we will take the inner product of this row vector with each of column, right? We will take the dot product of this row with each column, right? And we will write it in first row. See, when we multiply the first row with first column, we will get a dot product, and that is C11. First row multiply with first column. When we multiply first row with second column, we will get a element, that is a number, that is dot product of this first row and second column, that will be C12, right? In the same way, you can do this process for each column. Then we will get what? C1R. That is first row multiply with what we say rth column. So we will get C1R. Similarly, we will do this process for second row, right? So you will get each element for second row. In the same way, if you proceed it for ith row and jth column, if you do this, that means ith row and jth column will get here corresponding row, right? So question is, what will be the ith and jth element? What is the general element of this matrix, this product? I mean to say, when we do these kind of multiplication, we will get a matrix, right? So what will be the element of this matrix, right? So let us write the general element of this product, right? So matrix multiplication is what? If we have a matrix A of order m by n, right? M by n, and B is a matrix having order n by r, then the product, C is A into B. This is the product, right? Which is a matrix of order m by r, right? And whose ith and j, that is general element, that is C I j is given by the formula Cij is equal to what? If you look at this, product, the first inner product, right? This one, C11, correct? If you look at this, say, you can generalize this concept for each and every ij, right? So this is the same thing I am using here, right? In general case, it will be what? Summation runs over r is equal to, sorry, already r is here taking, so let us take here k is equal to 1 to n, and here a I r into b, sorry, k I am taking, so k, and here k and j. right? So this is the product of this. You can say this is the formula to find each element of this corresponding product matrix, where what will be I and j. I will runs over from 1 to what m, and j will runs over from where to where, 1 to r, right? So I will varies from 1 to m and j will varies from 1 to r, right? So this will gives you the product of matrices, right? But how practically how we will apply this method, right? Let us take one example to see this result, right? See here, this is the matrix, right? So when we find A into B, what will happen, right? That means we will multiply this row with each column, right? We will multiply this row with each column, and that will gives you the first row of this product, right? So suppose I am taking the dot product of this row with this column, what will happen? We will multiply each element of this row with corresponding element of this column. What will happen? This will be 4 plus 3 and plus 6, correct? And again we apply this process for second column. We will have minus 1 plus 6 and plus 0, right? And the same thing if I'm applying, right? Same thing if I'm applying uh, for this second row, what will happen if I am applying the same thing for this second row and we will multiply, that means we are taking the dot product with this column, we will get the second row of this product, right? So second row will be given by what? 0 into 4, that is 0 minus 1 plus 3, and here it will be 0 minus 2 and plus 0. So what will happen? This will gives you a 4 6 10 and 3 13 5. Here it will be 2 and here it is minus 2. So this is the product, and if you see, this is the order of this A is what? 2 by 3, right? And order of this matrix B is what? 3 by 2, right? So when we take this product, the resultant matrix have a order 2 by 2. And I will tell you, you can predict this order without doing any type of multiplication. How? I will tell you later, right? So question is, what this that is every time any two product, that is product of any two matrices are possible, or when it will be defined, what is the rule to say that the product is defined? So before going to that rule, let us take one example, right? Let one vector, suppose A is a matrix, right? I am taking it 1 2 3 4. Suppose this is a row vector, right? And B is, I am taking, this is a matrix also, you can say 1 by 4 matrix, right? And I am taking a matrix, that is column matrix, and we say this is 0, 1, 2, and the order of this matrix is what? 3 by 1. Correct. Now I want to find a product A times B, right? What will happen? So we will multiply this row 1, 2, 3, 4 with this matrix, that is 0, 1, 2. So what will happen in this case? We will take the inner product, right? So we will do with, we will multiply first element of this row with first element of this column, second with second, and third with third. But when we want to multiply this fourth element, we do not have any more element in this column, right? That means what happened, if we do this dot product, what we see, 1 into 0 0 plus 2 into 1 2 plus 3 into 2 6, but in this case we cannot have any more element in this second matrix, right, to get the product, right? So we have a difficult thing here, right? So to remove this difficulties, we take one rule, and that rule gives you the what this that rule is generally used to define a matrix multiplication. And what is this rule, right? So this rule says that, right, if the number of column, right, if the number of column in first matrix, right, in first matrix is equal to, right, is equal to the number of rows, in second column, second matrix, right, second matrix, then 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 the product is defined. Then only you can say the product is defined. Otherwise you cannot say the product will define, right? So if you use this rule before doing the multiplication, you can easily say that the product is defined or not defined, right? So one more thing, you can also use this, right, to predict the order of the product, right? Suppose you have a matrix A, right, and the matrix B, and order of the matrix A is suppose M by N, and order of this matrix B is N by R, right? So according to this rule, number of column must be equal to number of row of second matrix. So here it is same. You can see these two things are same. So definitely the product is possible. So product is defined. You can say this product is defined according to this rule, right? But what will be the order of this matrix, right? So this row of first matrix and column of second matrix will gives you size of the product. Size of the product is N M by R. So if you use this concept, you can easily predict the order of the product, right? And this is the very important rule, right? Before multiplying a matrix, you can say whether the product is defined or not defined, right? Now question is, Is this only way to find the matrix multiplication? No, this is not only way, right? We can have a other three method to multiply two matrices, right? So let us take a look of the those methods, right? So before going to that, one more thing you can say here, this product we define is a, what is name of this product is what? This is a row column column representation, row column representation of the product, right? This is the row column representation of the product, right? And now I'm going to explain another way to define the product, right? So for it, let us take an example of matrix and which is multiplied by a vector, right? Suppose you have a matrix here, A11, A12, right? This kind of product you are taking, right? A1n. Similarly, this is A M1, A M2. I am writing a general matrix A M N, right? So when we multiply this matrix by a vector, right? And let us take this vector is, suppose this vector is B11, correct? B21 dot Bn1. So clearly here you can see the number of column of first matrix is equal to number of row of second matrix. So this product is defined, right? And if you take this one, the size of this is the same, so matrix multiplication is defined, and this will gives you size of the product AB1. So the product AB1 will have size M by 1. So this is a column matrix having m rows, right? So when we multiply these two, definitely we are going to get a what? A column vector, right? So each element is given by, when we do this kind of multiplication, so when we multiply each matrix with each element of this column, so it will become what? This will become 8 times, if we take this one as a B1, this will gives you a column vector, right? So how will we use this concept, right? So let us take that example we already done in the previous example, right? What was the matrix in this case? The matrix was I'm writing 1, 3, 2, right? 0, -1 and 1. This is a matrix A, right? And I'm writing matrix B here. So matrix B is what? 4, 1 and 3, and this is -1, 2 and 0. This is the second matrix. So how will you use this concept to find the product, right? So in this case, you will take the partition of this matrix. You will take a partition according to the column, right? So what will happen? This matrix is A, and we take the partition according to the column. So suppose this is B1, right? B1, I am taking the partition. So this is B2, right? So when we do this multiplication, it will be what? A times B1. This will construct first column of this product, and A times B2. This will construct the second column of the product matrix. And let us have a look of this product, right? So A B1 will become what? We will multiply the whole matrix with the first column, right? So it will become what? When we take this multiplication, it will be what? So this will become, we will take the multiplication. So it will become what? 1 4 is 4 plus 3 and plus 6, and second row of this column will be 0. I am taking multiplication of each element, that is the inner product. I am taking again plus 3. So this will gives you the first column of this product, and it is what? It is nothing but 13 and 2, right? Similarly, if we are finding AB2, right? AB2, that means a matrix with the second column. What will happen? Again, we will have, that is -1. I'm multiplying this first column, first row with this second column. -1 plus 6 plus 0, and here second row will become 0 -2 and plus 0, right? So it will gives you what? This will gives you the second column of this product, and that is what? 5 and -2. So see, so this product is will become what? This product will become again, that is 13, 2 and 5 -2. So the same result is coming. But from this result, you can see that this column of this product is nothing but a linear combination of the column of matrix A. Suppose you are writing A0 1 0, first column of matrix A, right? And here 3 -1, that is the second column of matrix A. Here you take alpha 2, right? Plus, this is the important thing, right? Because from here you can see a very good result of this matrix multiplication, right? What is this rule? That is the linear combination of the column of matrix A is the resultant column of this product. That means this product, you can write the column of this product as a linear combination of the columns of matrix A. See, and whose weight are from first column of this matrix B. That is, if you are writing here 4, right, in place of alpha 1 you are taking 4, in place of alpha 2 if you are taking 1, right, in place of alpha 3 if you are taking 3, definitely you will have this 13. So see, 4, 3 and 6 will get 13. So similarly you can find, that is, if you are taking weight from the second column, then you can write the linear combination of the column of matrix A. Here 3 minus 1, and here you will take 0 times 2 1. So this is the benefit of this type of product, and this product is known as, right, here I'm writing two notes. First, this product is this product representation is known as matrix column. Matrix column representation of, this is the important, right, matrix column representation of the product, right, because in first case here why matrix I am taking, because here you see here the matrix I am taking, and this is the column, so column, and will give you the product, correct. Second thing, this is the important, why important, because this says that what says, actually this says that each column, right, this says that each column of AB, the product, is the linear combination of is the linear combination of the columns of matrix A, that is the first matrix, where, right, where the, right, from where the weight will come, using weights means what, these coefficient, these alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, and beta 1, beta 2, beta 3 will come from where, using weights from the corresponding column, weight coming from the corresponding column of B, right. That means this product, you can write each column as a linear combination of the column of matrix A. This is the very important result you can have now, right. This is the second way to find the product, right. Next, we will find another way to find the product, right. And what is this? When we do a multiplication of a row, suppose I am taking a row vector, suppose this is B, right, this is a vector B1. When we take this product with a matrix A, right, what will happen, right, when we do this operation, right, we will multiply these two matrices, correct. What will happen, right, when we do the multiplication, definitely this will become what, B1 B1A. When we multiply these two matrices, we get a result that will be again a row, right. Again it will be a row, because when we multiply this row with the column, we will get the first element of this row. Again we take the multiplication of this row with the second column, we will get the second element of this column, this row, right. So similarly we can do this product, right. So let us explain it, illustrate it with example, right. So again I am taking the same product, that is a matrix was 1 3 2. This was the first row, and 0, minus 1, 1. Correct? When we multiply this matrix with the matrix 4, 1, I am taking the same matrix, right? So it will be easy to see we are getting the same product again and again. So it will be true, right? So here how we will move, correct? In this case, what will we do? We will what we do? We will divide this matrix A, right, by, we will partition this matrix row wise, right? So what will happen? We do this partition. It means it will become what? B1. This is the partition of this matrix, right? So let us say A, because I am taking A matrix. So A1, A2 are two rows of first matrix. And when we do with this B, when we do the product multiplication with this B, what will have? We will have two rows, that is A1, B, right? I am separating this row, right, by this dotted line. So what will happen in this case? I will find two rows for this product, right? So let us see what will be A1B here. So when we find A1B, it means we will multiply it 1, 3, 2. This is A1 with this matrix, that is 4, minus 1, 1, 2, 3, 0, right? So when we do this multiplication, what will happen? So we are getting what? When we do this, take the dot product with first row and first column, we will have 4 plus 3 plus 6. This is the first element of this product. To find the second element, we will again take the dot product of this row with the second column. So here I am getting minus 1, correct? Minus 1 and plus 6 and plus 0. So resultant row is what? This is 13 and 5, right? Again, I am finding A to B, right? A to B is what? In the same way, if I am finding here, I am writing 0, minus 1, 1. This will multiply with the matrix B, minus 1, 1, 2, 3, 0. So what I am getting here, when we do this product, right, and apply the matrix multiplication rule of inner product, right? So it will become what? 0, minus 1 and plus 3 when I multiply this first row with this column. Again we multiply this first row with this column, second column, we will get second element, that is 0, minus 2 and plus 0. So here what are the resultant row is 2 and minus 2. So if I am writing it here, so what will have? I am writing it as a product. So see, the first row is what? 13, 5, and second row is 2, minus 2. So again the same result is coming. So this product is known as, actually this product is known as, because in the first I am taking row, in second I am taking matrix. So this is the row matrix representation, of the product. right? But what is the important thing we can conclude from here, right? That is the important, correct? What is the important thing we can conclude from here? If you take the linear combination of all rows of this matrix, matrix B. Suppose I am taking the linear combination of all rows of matrix B. That is what? 4 minus 1 plus alpha 2, right? And alpha 2 times 1, 2 and plus alpha 3 times 3, 0. If we take the linear combination of rows of matrix B of this product, right, this can be obtained if you are putting alpha 1 is equal to what? 1, alpha 2 is equal to 3 and alpha 3 is equal to 2. If you are giving the values of alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3, that is from the first row, right? Then you can easily see this will be 4, 3, 7 plus 6, 30, right? In the same way, if you are finding here, that is what, if you are taking the linear combination of all rows and weight are giving from the corresponding row, right? That is minus 1 plus minus 1. I am giving weight from the rows of matrix A and taking the linear combination of rows from the matrix B, right? So here it will be 0 times 3, 0. You can easily find that this is the same. So what is the conclusion you can draw here? That is the each column, each rows, right? Each rows of the product, each rows of the product AB is the linear combination of, is the linear combination of the rows of matrix B, rows of matrix B using weight, with using weights from the corresponding rows of A, right? So this is the very important concept we can draw from this rule, right? So now we are in the position to define the last way to find the matrix multiplication, and that is the outer product. Do you know about the outer product, how we can do this kind of product, right? So outer product is nothing but when we have a rows, suppose we have a column, right? We have a column and column is what? B, suppose B1 1, B2 1, B3 1 dot dot. Suppose this is BM1 and this is a row. When we multiply this column with this row is what? Suppose I am taking here A1 1, A 1 2 dot, I am taking A13 dot A1n. Suppose these are the general element of a row and a column, right? So when we do the multiplication of this two, right, column with row, right? Here what I am taking here, see, column times rows, right? So what will happen here? See, this is the order of this matrix is what? M by 1. And order of this matrix is what? 1 by n. So the first, these two are same, so definitely the resultant matrix have the order m by n. So now I am getting a m by n matrix by simply multiplying a two vector, right? A column with a row. We will get a matrix of higher order m by n. See, this is the beauty of this multiplication, right? So what we'll have in this case, see, when we multiply this first row, in first row we have a only one element, so we will multiply this with the first column of this matrix. We are using the general concept of matrix multiplication. So here what I am getting, the first element is b11 times a11, right? Simply we multiply this first row with the second column, we will get the second element of this row, that is b11 a12. In the same way you can find other element, right? Easily you can calculate each element of this product, right? So this is the way to find a matrix, right? And this matrix representation is known as what? This matrix representation is known as column row representation of the product. Column row representation of the product. So let us verify this result, this technique with example already we have taken, right? So let us take the matrix 1, 3, 2 and 0, -1, 1. This is a matrix A. I am taking the second matrix, that is what? 1, 4, that is 4, 1 and 3. Here -1, 2 and 0. So how will we expand as a column row representation, right? I am multiplying this first row, right, with first column. So here it will be what? 1, 3, 2. When we multiply this row, right? No, that's not. Actually, I am taking column row representation, right? So it will be what? It will be column first. So we will take the column of first matrix, right? Column of this first matrix 1, 1, 3, 2, this is 0, -1, 1. So what we'll do, we will take the column of this with the row of this, column times row. Here it is column times row, that is first column it what? 1, 0. When we take the multiplication with the first row of second matrix, this will gives you a matrix of 2 by 2, right? In the same way here 3 comma -1, we will multiply this second row, second column with the second row of matrix B. In the same way, if we do the multiplication with third row, third column of first matrix with third row of second matrix, and see what kind of result we are getting here, right? So when we do this multiplication, see, a 2 by 2 matrix will come. How? 1 times 4, it will be 4. 1 times -1, this will be -1. 0 times 4, 0. 0 times -1, 0. So clearly a 2 by 2 matrix is coming in each case. Here it will be 3 times 1, 3 times, and that is 2. 6, correct, and here this will be -1 and -2, correct. And when we do the same thing for the last case, you will have 6 plus 6, 0, 3 and 0. And now you add all these three matrices because all are 2 by 2 matrices, so same, right, same order. So you can add all these three matrices and you have 4, 3, 7 plus 6th first element -1, 6 and 0. This will be 5, correct. We can add the corresponding element, right. You know how will you do the addition, right. You will add the corresponding element only. So what will happen here? In this case it is 2 and in this case 0, -2, 0, this is -2. So this is the product AB we already find in each case. We already checked that in each case we are getting the same product. So this is the way to find the products in different way, right? And this product, this representation is known as column times row, column row representation of the product. This is the very interesting, right? And I hope you are enjoying the session, correct? Now we are in the position to define the matrix multiplication as a composition of mapping. See, this is the very important thing of this session, right? So how will you find this composition of mapping, right? Suppose, see, you have a vector. I am taking here, if you have a vector here, right? This is X, correct? When you do a multiplication by a matrix B, and you know that matrix multiplication can be treated as a linear transformation, right? If you are considering a square matrix, right, then definitely the square matrix will treat as a mapping, right? So multiplication, suppose I am doing a multiplication with this X, what will happen? We are getting an element of kind Bx, right? When we multiply a matrix, right, by a vector, already discussed in the previous case, right, you can see that then this Bx will be the element of this space, right? So what will happen now? Again multiply, right, again multiply this vector, you can say this vector, right, by a matrix A. So multiplication by A, I am multiplying this vector, correct, by a matrix A. So what will get the result? See, here I am getting A times Bx. See, that is what? This is nothing but A, B, X. So see, if you want to reach, right, if you want to reach from here to here, right, you have to multiply this vector X by a matrix what? AB. Multiplication by AB, right? So these are the linear transformation, right? So you can see here, matrix, matrix multiplication, corresponds to a composition of mapping, composition of mappings, and this matrix product AB is nothing but the standard matrix, right? You can say when we have a linear transformation, you can find a matrix corresponding to that linear transformation. This is very interesting topic. You can see, right? That is, I will make a video also over that how will you find a matrix corresponding to a linear transformation. That is the very important concept, right? So this AB is the matrix, right, corresponding to this composition mapping, right? And this is the product. Definitely this will gives you the product of matrix A and B. So this is the definition of matrix multiplication if according to composition of mapping, right? Now finally we are to reach here, right? We will apply the matrix multiplication to find the product, right? How will we multiply this? We will use this product in real life application in business mathematics, right? Suppose there is a farmer who sells three kind of vegetable, right? Three kind of vegetable: cauliflower, potato, and cucumber, right? In a week of this August, right? And his sales are given in this table. Suppose in Monday he is selling 8 kg of cauliflower and 10 kg of potato and 5 kg of cucumber. In Wednesday he sells 5 kg of cauliflower, 15 kg of potato, and 0 kg, no sales of cucumber in Wednesday. The same, he sells 6 kg of cauliflower on Friday, no sales in potato, and 10 kg he sells cucumber on Friday, right? Suppose the rate of cauliflowers, potato, and cucumbers are 25 rupees, 30 rupees, and 10 rupees per kg. So question is, what will be the revenue generated by this farmer in that particular week? How will you find it? Right? So let us see how we use this matrix multiplication to find the revenue, right? So let the the R, let R represents, R be a matrix, represents the rate of rate of vegetable, right? Vegetable, three kind of vegetable. So it will be just like C. R will gives you what? 25. This matrix represent the rate of each vegetable. I am taking 10, right? So this is what rate of what? Cauliflower, potato, and cucumber, right? This is cauliflower, potato, and cucumber, rate of each vegetable, right? And now I am taking this sales matrix as S, right? So here you can see it is 8, 5, 6, 10, 15, 0, 5, 0, 10, right? I am representing this sales in a matrix, right? So if we find this product, why I am doing this product? Because you know the price will be what? The price is definitely is product of what? Rate into quantity, rate into quantities you sales. This will gives you the total price earned, right? So that means when you do this multiplication, what will have here? you can have 25 into 8, 200 plus 25 into 8, 200 plus 30 into 10, 300 plus and 10 into 5, 50. This will gives you first element of this product, right? In the same way you do this product, then definitely it will put 25 into 5, that means 125 plus 15 into 30, 450 and 0, right? And the third of this row will be what? 25 into 6, what will happen? 150. Second term will be 0. Third one will be 100, right? 100. So finally you are getting what? Finally you are getting 550, 550, and this one will be what? 575, and this is 250. That means he is getting, right, 550 on Monday, 575 on Wednesday, and 250 on what? Friday. So his total revenue is what? Total revenue will be sum of all these 550 plus 575 plus 250, correct? So this will become what? 5 to 7, 8, 8, 5, 1375 rupees. This is the total earning, that is total revenue generated by this farmer, right? So this is the our session. And how was the session and which part you like most? Please comment in. So comment in the box. So I hope you will enjoy this session, and thank you very much.